Donald Trump speaking in only a style that he can, live in Portland, Maine, responding to Mitt Romney's comments earlier today, in which Mitt Romney called him a con man and called him a phony, among many other things. By comparison, though, Donald Trump was pretty polite to Mitt Romney, basically just saying he let us down and calling him a political lightweight. Let's get some reaction from Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger, who's been standing by. He is a Marco Rubio supporter. He listened to the entire speech, and he joins me now with his reaction. You know, what Mitt Romney said today, compared to what we just saw for 45 minutes, is Mitt Romney really going to have any kind of impact with his statements?
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Mitt Romney actually had real issues and actual depth, and at no point in that 45-minute rant did I hear a coherent thought or any kind of an actual solution to anything. I did hear him say that Mitt would have dropped to his knees, which thank goodness I don't have kids because I'd have to explain that to them tonight. So yeah, I mean, Romney's thing was an actual legitimate discussion of concerns of Donald Trump. Donald's reaction is calling him a lightweight, stupid, everything else. It's typical.
All right. So what did you think of what he just said there then, Donald Trump? I mean, certainly rallying his base, and people are getting excited about it. That message might go over well.
Yeah, you know, look, if I had to recap what he said, it would be me, I, me, and mainly just talking about himself, his fantastic businesses, obviously not talking about his business failures, and no talk of issues. I mean, he touched on the issue of we need to make trains great again. That's great. How are you going to do it? And I hope at tonight's debate he actually talks in detail about issues. You know, Marco Rubio gives a vision for the country, talks about how to get there. And the office of the President of the United States, we need somebody that's befitting of that office, that is mature, that talks like an adult, doesn't just criticize people, and gives answers to big problems, shows a way out of anger.
In fairness, we certainly heard a whole lot of that from Mitt Romney today. He used some really harsh words and went after Donald Trump about his taxes, using a whole lot of innuendo without any facts to back it up on the part of Mitt Romney. I'm wondering if the Republicans would be a whole lot better off working together, going after Hillary Clinton, rather than fighting one another.
Yeah, I would love that, but you look back at who fired all these first shots, and you look at the fall, you look at, you know, whether it's labeling Jeb Bush low energy.
It doesn't matter, but they're doing it so late in the process right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's late, but the reality is Donald Trump would be devastating for our party. And you look, there's still a primary up ahead. There's still a lot of states to vote. Illinois, Florida, Ohio, a lot of states to vote. To say it's a fait accompli and it's over doesn't do justice for the primary process.
Congressman,
so look, the opponents to Donald Trump are going to unite and need to unite behind somebody else. I think it's Marco Rubio.
Okay, let's take a quick listen to one of the things that Romney said earlier today and get your reaction.
But you say, wait. Isn't he a huge business success? Doesn't he know what he's talking about? No, he isn't. And no, he doesn't. He inherited his business. He didn't create it. And whatever happened to Trump Airlines? How about Trump University? And then there's Trump Magazine, and Trump Vodka, and Trump Steaks, and Trump Mortgage. A business genius he is not.
Well, this is pretty uncharacteristic of Mitt Romney. Who put him up to this?
I don't know. I think, look, Mitt's a patriot. I think he's worried about his party. He's worried about the country. And he went out to speak about this. And everything he said...
But it doesn't really go with his style. People are used to a much more mild-mannered person, not somebody so personal.
This is a point where people have got to expose Donald Trump for what he is. Look, he's a guy that's done well licensing and branding his name. But again, when it comes to running for president, when talking about issues, at no point in that I listened to his whole speech, did he give a solution for the problems besides to attack people and use vague generalities and brag about himself. That's all I saw. Look, we need somebody that has solutions. And I think to the extent that we need to expose Donald Trump, like he's always tried to expose people he's running against, lightweight Marco sweats and has ears. I mean, that's a real fourth-grade attack. It's very important for us to say, okay, well, he's the front runner now, and he needs to be exposed to the kind of scrutiny that is a light version of what the Democrats are going to do.
Okay, fair enough. If he does win the nomination, though, will Republicans rally around him?
It's hard to tell. I mean, it's hard for me to even answer that question. You know, again, it's hard to tell. It's hard for me to answer that question because some of the things he said.
Well, why wouldn't you if he ends up being the Republican nominee?
Because he repeats David Duke's name and then doesn't disavow him and then claims he had a bad earpiece. Later he did.
He did first and then he did again.
That's an easy answer. That's an easy answer for me if you ask me. Some of the things he said, he likes Vladimir Putin, thinks he's an upstanding guy. I put my country above my party. I'd like to get to where I'm supporting the nominee. It's not going to be Trump,
But then what are
Republicans
Republicans going to do if he is the eventual nominee and you don't like him? What are you going to do, sit home?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. But I can tell you I put my country above my party any day, and I want to see the best Republican candidate that reflects the values of our party, Ronald Reagan, the shining city on the hill, and optimism.
Congressman,
and
I know you're supporting Marco Rubio,
Trump.
and so I want to ask you about what you think he's going to do tonight. We just have about 30 seconds left.
Well, look, I think it's going to be a Donnybrook tonight. It'll be a nice little fun fight. And I think, you're going to continue to see Marco Rubio as he was in last debate. Answered the punches, went after Trump, talked about the issues, and talks about his plans for the future of this country. I'd love to see some discussion of ideas and plans.
All right, Congressman Adam Kinzinger from Rockford, Illinois, my hometown. Sir, thanks so much for sticking around and listening in for us.